The second option was donor gum. I have a dead man's gums in my mouth.
Oh my God. The funniest way you can die, personally.
I thought really hard about this, Steph. I think the funniest way that I could die is of natural causes.
Oh my goodness. I'm still on tour. Can you fucking believe it? Come see me live, goddammit. Go to my Instagram, punchup.live/Steph Tolev/tickets. November 7th, I'll be in Kelowna. November 8th, Victoria. November 9th, Vancouver. And November 10th, Edmonton. Get those tickets. It's my first theater tour. Please, God, Canada, show up. It'll be all new material because it's right after my special, so I will not be doing the jokes anymore because I'm sick of them. November 21st to 23rd, I'll be in Burlington, Vermont. November 28th to December 1st, Chicago, Illinois, downtown Zanies. December 15th, one night only, I'm at the Zanies in Nashville. And then December 21st, Toronto, come out. I have 2 shows at the Comedy Bar on the Danforth. They're almost sold out, so get them now. Thank you. Keep listening and follow my Instagram, Steph Tolev, and the Steph Infection podcast Instagram. We are back with another episode of Steph Infection. I've been trying to get Laura Peak on, hilarious comedian. I've been trying to get you for years.
I know.
Well, years. It has been years. This is
You're like, I started 6 months ago.
I was like, oh, this podcast is almost fucking 3 years old.
I love it.
You looked beautiful at your wedding. Just saw some pics. My God. I love the dress.
You know, you get really nervous about that shit and you're like, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. We were just talking about it, but it's like, I'm going to get so fit that it's going to be weird. I want it to be like weird how fit I am. And it was like a week before and I was like, well, we didn't get there. And that's okay.
Were you on like a diet?
I was doing, well, I can't make myself diet. I talk to women about this all the time where I'm like, I did that. I did the whole like, oh, I'm never going to eat thing. So I just started to work out really hard and it was working. I felt very strong, but I wanted to be like cut and that was never going to happen for me. But so I get there and the dress is tight. The dress is like
it looked fitted. It didn't look like
it was lovely. I loved the way it fit.
Did you wear Spanx or you just go
big Spanx for sure. But then also I was reading before, if you have any amount of fat on your stomach and you put something tight over, your belly button grows 7 sizes. Like you know what I'm talking about? It becomes that like black hole. Yep. It looks truly this large.
It literally is a fucking crater in your fucking stomach.
It's so sad.
What
it's like
is
everything
that?
I've worked for. I don't know. It starts to go in
it
and
does.
then it just tells you everything about it.
What is that? No, I'm actually going to show you. You're going to laugh. I was feeling so good about my body. I bought a crop top. By the way. I bought a crop top. I've never worn a crop top in my life. All these comics are out there fucking showing their crop.
Everybody's got a crop
you're
on.
actually going to relate to this so hard. I literally was about to walk out the door and I'm going to show it.
You caught a glimpse of yourself?
The belly button. What? I swear to God.
Steph, I
honest to God. No, it doesn't. It's the black hole. It's the black hole tundra. It looks fucked. And I'm like, did I lose weight? What is that?
Did it go
like there's surgery. What is it sucking into my organs? Like what is that? I was feeling so good about myself. I'm like, look at me.
Did you pass one mirror?
I literally looked in the mirror and I went, and I changed. I put on a jumpsuit.
I think we might have talked about this at the store the other night. Every single time I do that, I'm like, listen, I'm more allowed to do it now than I was 3 weeks ago, but that doesn't mean you're allowed to do it.
I'm never going to do it. I thought I was going to be that person.
No.
It's never
the transition from jumpsuit to only crop top would be hilarious.
It's never going to happen. I'll tell you
really
right now.
Fun for me. I fucking love
I go from janitor to whore overnight. Like
Steph's being a slut up there.
Steph is really hanging out.
So I get online. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
but I get online and I'm like, listen. Sometime in the history of womanhood, somebody has to have figured out what to do when your belly button looks so huge when you're wearing something. And of course, I go on TikTok, hundreds of videos just being like, hey, it was so funny because it was like, this is what I didn't want them to say, but it's exactly what I knew they would say. Half of a cotton ball inside your belly button, cover it up with a massive Band-Aid.
No.
I had a flesh-colored Band-Aid and a half. I wet it a little. No. I don't know why I put it in my mouth. They didn't tell me to do that.
Wait. Why did you pre-suck the cotton ball?
I don't know why I did that part.
Oh my God.
It was like I wanted it to mold to my body like clay or something, you know? I was doing sculpture down there.
Oh my God.
And I covered up and I put this, I mean, honey, you saw those pictures. There's no belly button to be found.
No belly button.
And then we, of course, that night we like fuck. It's wedding night.
I'm glad you did. Yes. I feel like a lot of couples don't fuck on wedding night.
I know. Well, I think either one thing happens. You're so stressed or you're like, you get really drunk or something happens.
Full and you finally ate.
100%. Yeah. But I was like, we're doing this. Why the hell not would we do this?
Crazy.
And he undressed me and I just said, my buddy goes, he's always wanted to fuck Kyle XY. Zero belly button. So
oh my
scary.
God, that is scary. Did he peel it off or did you take it off?
I made him peel it off.
That's
I made him
so
peel it off. I
funny.
thought it was
He's
really
your
romantic.
husband.
He's
He
my
has to
husband.
do
He
these
has
things
to do
now.
stuff like he has to change my tampons.
And you also do that with your tampons? You wet them first?
Yeah, I wet them first. I gotta wet my whistle. You can't go in raw down there. I have
Ew,
preheated.
imagine sucking an OB tampon and putting it in. People
You go
probably do
OB?
that. No, I hate OB. I'm not fingering myself in public.
I'm so proud of everyone. Listen.
Sure. Thank you
I'm
for
proud.
saving the planet.
Thank you for everyone for saving the planet. I am not going to stick my fingers inside of me. I am not going to use a Diva cup at a public bathroom.
I got stuck once. And I had to squat, and it was one of those high stalls. So you look under, instead of seeing feet, you're seeing my fucking labia hanging. I swear to God. I swear to God. Bangs and labia, and I couldn't get it out. I was like, I was freaking the fuck out. I'm sorry.
It's so fun.
I can't, maybe.
And I know what's happening now. I know that they had that big study. There's like arsenic and lead in every brand of tampon. Did you see this?
No.
In almost every brand of tampon. And then they put this big study out, and they don't tell you which brands they're talking about. But they're like, every major brand has like high levels of like metals in them. Really? And so I was using pads for like 3 months after I heard that. And then I was like, I'm a grown
You're not wearing
woman.
a pad on stage.
I wore a pad on stage. These jeans, I wore a pad in these jeans.
Are
You
you
can fucking see it. I have a video from it. It's so bulbous down there. I look like I have a dick. It's wild.
It is full. It's like full pubes. Like, no, that's great. Then you put a Band-Aid over top of it and a cotton ball.
I am completely covered from here.
This is psychotic. This is insane what we have to fucking deal with. This is crazy.
It's not right. It's not right.
I sometimes I'll free bleed when I'm home.
Yeah, me too.
But just in like I'll put a pants liner on and just like let it kind of whatever.
Let it go.
Or like
day 3 onward.
I'm not wearing a pad on a plane. Disgusting. You're sleeping. It's moving. Oh, I leaked on a plane the other day.
That's my worst. That's the worst place. I would rather it happen on fucking stage than when I'm like traveling. That weird.
I fell asleep. I was in an early flight. It was like a fucking 6 a.m. I wake up at 9 a.m. I'm like,
it's happened.
No.
It's either I pissed or stuff.
And I ran to the bathroom and I was like, fuck. And I took a tan with me and I was like, just like, it was so, thank God I was wearing black shorts.
Okay. Oh my.
I always wear black. I wear my black bike shorts. I always wear shorts on the plane because I get menopausal. I'm sweating
Oh my God.
up there.
I feel like, I have been having this recently where I'm like, I'm gonna scream. I get so hot and like itchy on planes.
What is going on?
I don't know.
It's
I don't
disgusting.
know. It's just being crammed, and it's like, and it's the stress of travel already, and like half the time I'm like kind of hungover, and that'll cause the sweats. But yeah, that's been happening to me a ton. To wake up and then to be bloody on top of all of that, I'd kill myself.
I can't think. I just had a girl.
I would have canceled my shows.
It was brutal. I was like, well, it's my fault for not. Also, I just passed out. I just didn't.
I'll sleep through my own blood.
Disgusting. It was so gross. Sorry, United.
I just thought about this on my way here, and I know I have to tell you this story because I was just thinking about it. Speaking of wedding night stuff, I started my period on the day of the wedding. And I knew it was going to happen. I had been kind of tracking, and I was like, it's going to come. And I was crying a bunch. I was like, it's coming. I know exactly when it's happening. And I felt myself during the ceremony, like, start my period.
Are you serious?
The whitest outfit you've ever seen in your
anything?
life. It was the very beginning. So it was like just a little bit of brat, you know. It's like, but you know it's coming.
Yeah. Oh.
So I know.
Standing up there, feeling
it. And I was like, does this mean I'm supposed to like get pregnant? I was in my head. I was like, am I gonna have like 10 kids? Is that what that means? Is that the lore?
That's it.
But when we had sex, we laid down a towel and we stayed. You do the towel. You do the towel.
Sometimes,
not at home. I don't give a fuck about at home. If I'm like in a hotel or somebody else's house.
Yeah.
So we were staying at the venue. It was like this beautiful cabin.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, they're like pristine white sheets. I'm not going to do this. So I laid down the towel and it had blood all over it. The next morning I was putting it away and I went, they're going to think I was a virgin.
No, they're not. No one saw you.
You smoked 50 cigarettes that night. They don't think you were coming in clean, sweetie.
No. They weren't like, this bitch is going to lose it tonight. Fingers crossed.
First of all,
no, they don't. Not one person thought that. Maybe they thought you did anal for the first time, but no one thought you.
We made a mess.
My God.
Oh, isn't that great?
It is great. I'm glad you still fucked in a period. I hate when men don't fuck in periods. It's like,
so annoying.
Get a grip.
So annoying. You're lovely, man. Well,
yeah.
Of course. Yes. It's just childish.
It's like, it is childish.
I'm not asking you to eat me out.
No,
like,
that's bizarre. I've had a guy offer that for. I'm like, well, that's weird.
You're a serial killer. You're a freak of nature.
You're a carnivore. Something's wrong with you.
Totally. We have swung in the opposite direction of like men who won't go down on you are now as gross as guys who are like, I love it. And you're like,
It's too. Why is there such a fine line there?
I don't know.
Why can't it be a nice little in between?
I'd be like, oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Guys like, it's all I want to do. I'm like, then you have a problem.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It feels like you can't get it up.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'll sex on the period is fun. Because first of all, I don't know where other people land in their cycles. I am the horniest I'll ever get when I'm actually menstruating. Is that the same for you?
Same, and it's also very. It's more sensitive down there.
I know.
It's
Everything's like
thing, tingly, and nipples are more sensitive. Everything's all like.
And it like relieves your pain. I have really painful periods. Orgasming like really helps. Yeah, just like that type of like, I think contraction and like pressure like helps like release your shit.
Well, there you go. I can't believe you got your period on wedding day. I think I'm gonna get it the day of my special, and I'm flipping the
Stop
fuck
it.
out. I'm like, I've worked so hard to lose weight. If I get fucking period swelling in my stomach, I will be so fucking mad because my whole goal has been I don't want to wear Spanx on my special.
Oh, I love this. That was the goal. That was the goal. Okay, wait. When do we record?
October 10th. We have a few more weeks here. We're down to the wire.
We're down to the goddamn wire. Okay,
Tell
wait.
you what,
wait.
I've eaten oats and that's it. I'm so hungry right now. I don't tell you. I've never been hungry in real life. This is like hell.
It's the worst feeling in the entire world to be like, I should be eating.
I'm like trying so hard. It's so.
And it's working, honey. You lost 15 fucking pounds.
It is, but I'm just. I haven't focused on anything else. I'm like, have I written my set out once?
Isn't that funny?
I'm like, my manager's like, so where's your set? Did you transcribe it out? Yeah, I go, my set.
Oh, my material.
I haven't written my material that I've been practicing for 2 years. Have I literally, my boyfriend offered, he's like, if you want me to like watch one of your things and like write it out, I go, watch what? I go, he's like, I can write up for you. Do you have your jokes written somewhere? I go, written? I haven't written a joke in years.
So proud of
I don't write shit. I have a like
rules.
It says like Joel, and then that's the joke. I have nothing.
I got it from there. I think I got it from there. You just start talking about food. You're just
I'm running
starving
it
up
tomorrow.
there.
I'm like, I gotta fucking.
Ooh, I'm gonna come watch. Are you at the store? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll come watch you. That's so funny because I felt the exact same way on my wedding, where it was like the day before, and I was like, I forgot to write down my vows. I was like, I've had it in my head, but I forgot because I've been so focused on
them?
Yes.
Aw,
and let me tell you,
nice.
Steph, not a dry eye in the house. It was good stuff.
Because how long have you guys been together?
10 years. We got married on our 10-year anniversary. It was September 15th, 2014.
10 years.
Isn't that wild?
When did you get engaged?
2.5 years ago. We engaged for a long time.
Okay.
But it was just like nobody was putting the pedal to the metal. When you've been together that long, it's like, I've been married to that guy. This is for my family. You know? But yeah, I did the exact same thing where I was like, it was day before, and I was so focused on looking hot and like my skin looking good.
Your skin looks great.
I've been really taking care of the skin.
I just broke out in adult acne.
God, for the first time in your life.
Yes,
that's happening to a lot of friends.
I thought
of
it was
mine
rosacea.
right now.
It's a combo of rosacea and acne. So I'm like, you can see, I have full acne. I've been popping the fuck out of it.
Oh, of course you're messing with it.
I'm fucking with it, but I'm like, I'm going to get a facial tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
What did you do?
Are you doing the one thing that I didn't do that I wish I had that people really talk up is the hydrofacial thing. You done this?
No,
They're sucking everything out of your face. They're so expensive. Do one of them. It's going to be worth it.
Okay.
From what I've heard. I finally have found just generally what works for me because I will break out all the time. Very hormonal. It'll like go everywhere. Good little vitamin C in the morning, ton of fucking sunscreen. I never go to bed with anything on my face. I'm sure you don't either. It's like that was a
tea tree on last night because I had to dry out.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that works so well for me too. And then I'm doing like those old fashioned like powder masks that you like mix with like apple cider vinegar, make your pores look. It's called Aztec. It's like this ancient like beauty secret.
What the fuck?
And it makes your pores so teeny tiny. It tightens up your whole face, makes your wrinkles look
Wait,
smaller.
what are you doing? What's Aztec?
It's this like clay powder. And it's like a $5 mask for like, I mean, it's like this large. You get it on Amazon. And people have just been swearing by it forever. And it's like this company that like, I barely makes money, but they're like, yeah, this is the best mask in the world. You mix it up with apple cider vinegar, put it on, shrinks your little baby.
And how long do you keep it on?
I mean, for like 10 minutes. It is the easiest beauty thing in the world. And it works really fucking well.
Now this is a tip.
Now here we go.
Here
Body
we go.
time.
Men and women. I mean, listen up here. This is a lot of big pores.
It's huge. It's huge. And it's like,
okay.
And then other than that, I got the thickest fucking moisturizer you can possibly imagine, and it's changed my life.
Okay.
It's too expensive, but I'll use it forever.
No, send me all this because I'm down. And then I'm like, I'm finally gonna get rid of my face hair.
I'm curious.
What's it called? It's called what's it called?
Where they take the little guy.
Yes, they take the little guy, and I have never done it.
Me neither.
But every time I go live on TikTok, everyone calls me fuzzy face, and I'm like,
that is hurtful.
Yes,
these are fans of yours.
And then
Jesus
today
Christ,
I told my
guys.
boyfriend, I go, hey, I'm gonna get it. He's like, oh, you're finally gonna get rid of that hair. I go,
you
finally? Are you crazy? Yeah. But here's my worry: as a European woman,
right? It's on there.
I don't want it to come back thicker. because my mustache did and my happy trail did. And I'm terrified of getting these, because right now they're blonde. They're thin, wispy
they're blonde.
blondies.
Right.
So the second I do, so I'm going in tomorrow to the thing. I think for the special I have to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't have fuzzy face in special.
Exactly.
So it's psychotic.
And if you look, whatever, if you have to look like a goblin for a month afterwards, whatever.
But I'm like, no, then what do I do every day? You know what I might have to do after that? I might have to get electrolysis then.
Okay, but that's like that's a fun, I feel like that's like a graduation.
I don't want to do this. I've had fuzzy face my whole life.
It's
Call me Fuzzy Bear over here.
Why does it matter? Whatever. It's so funny that they're saying that to you on TikTok Live.
So
That makes me
mean
furious. I'm
all
mad
the
at your
time.
fucking fans. Everybody grow up.
It's crazy.
Okay, but I've never done that before.
Dermaplaning, I think it's called.
Dermaplaning. That's that. Yeah. Which I hear very good things about. But it's so funny to me because it's like I have heard so many people try to debunk the "hey, it comes back thicker" thing, and I'm like, I've lived it.
If I brought my happy trail out right now and showed you, it could literally prick you. It's like they're coming in a different way.
They're going in different directions.
It's literally thick. Like those fish that have like
yes,
that's this. It's all over. It's crazy.
Getting krill through it.
I swear to God, I could slice somebody with it. It's so insane.
Jesus Christ. I've heard so many people say, yeah, that's actually not true. I'm like, I have proof.
I have proof.
I've done it. I did it with my arms when I was young. Do you ever do that?
No.
It was like a middle school
God
thing.
I didn't because
it would be the thickest you've ever seen.
You have a lot of hair. You're not.
This was earlier in my life, but it would come back and it would come back fucking black. I don't have like black body hair. It would come back like fully black. Like I'm a different person, a different race.
You're an Italian man just from the arms down. Exactly. Bizarre. No, my mustache is so thick too. I'm like, and it wasn't before. It was the fuzzy light hairs, and I fucking did it once because I was like, maybe no. So fuck you if you say that. So I have to talk to the lady tomorrow and be like, is this gonna be
an issue after I do it?
It's just so much leading up to this special that I'm like having crazy dreams. I had a dream last night. Susan's here. You came to see her. She's so fucking good. I had a dream last night that she fell off a roof. And all her legs all got scrunched, and then like everyone's like, she's dead, leave her. And I was like, no. And then she looked at me, she went,
oh my God.
And then got up, and I was like, and you know those dreams, I couldn't wake up, and I was like, I'm like, get me. And I finally woke up, and I like leaned over and I put my hand on her, and I couldn't feel her breathing, and I was like, she did it. I cried from 5 to 7.
Okay, this morning. These are like, I always have this leading up to something that it's like that's about the special. That's about your stress. That's about like things you care about a lot, not working out or being bad or being dead.
I had a dream too that my boyfriend left me and my manager the day before the special. And I was like,
they leave together?
They leave the same night. They both were like, we're done. I was like, what? And I'm like, and I asked my manager, I'm like, why? She goes, I don't have to tell you. And I was like, we've been together for 10 years. I was so upset.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite in dreams. I have this all the time where I have it about my husband all the time where he's never been unkind to me in my entire life. And I have dreams where he's like, I'm leaving you and I don't even need to fucking tell you why. And I'll be like crying to be like, I'm so upset. And he's like, and like has never spoken to me like that ever. And he's literally the gentlest person in the world. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck, I hope your life sucks. I'm like, why am I thinking this?
It's sick. Stress really fucks with you in a way.
It really does. It really does. But you're close, dude.
I'm so
October
close.
10th is incredible.
God,
wait, where are you doing it?
Boston.
Oh, fun as hell.
I know.
That's insane.
Have you done Boston?
No, I really have not. I've not done it comedy-wise. I know.
The crowds are off the fucking hook.
That's what I hear.
I'm like, I'm really grateful because I have all of my best friends coming out pretty much. I have people flying from LA, Vegas, Winnipeg.
Oh, you're going to feel so supported.
I'm feeling so supported.
Work so well.
Actually, Jefferson's, a lot of his family's coming.
That's so
nice. Like 4 of his siblings, his uncle. I'm like, what the hell? It's very sweet.
It is. It's so, you're so fully supported.
I know. And I'm like, better not bomb.
I know.
Like, so
and you're having dreams about your dog killing herself.
I'm like, what? Fuck, Susan.
I don't know. Susan, don't fall off of something.
Why isn't she moving?
She does.
I hate her. Well, she looks dead as hell. What is she doing?
Really relaxed.
There she is.
Oh, she moved one paw to show you she was alive. She heard you.
Upsetting. Let's get into your bod stuff.
Yes.
You got some bod stuff?
Yes, of course I've got bod stuff.
What do we have here?
My big issues have always been skin shit, like big rash problems.
Big rash?
You said you have rosacea. You have rosacea?
Yeah.
I have, fingers crossed, not in a long time, but eczema that you wouldn't fucking believe.
Where are we talking?
I used to get it up the sides of my neck, over the tops of my ears, and it would be so like crusty, crunchy, like weepy, like pick at it and like put, like I was just like wet. My entire back of my head. And this was when I was going, it was so, and it would get so inflamed. And the thing, I think this probably happens with a lot of rashes, but the thing that's so interesting about it is that you you have to cover it up, but then when you do, it gets so much worse. So it's like
triples up.
It was always in like the crooks of my arms and like my legs.
Because it likes to be in little
in little wet places. I mean, it's soaking. Like, this isn't the wettest
when
place.
I'm on
you can
stage,
have.
this drips.
I've gotten this, and I have developed when I'm bombing a little bit. This sweat, which I have never had in my life, and that's what, like when you see what somebody go like on stage,
you're like,
oh
she's
shit, bad at this.
Wrap it up. But here I'm also here. So you had here, and behind the knees,
all, behind the knees, all up and down this. And I have to say, I'm like, it's very interesting because people ask me about, or like I'll tell them that I had it, and they're like, "How'd you cure it?" I have absolutely no idea. I think maybe when I moved to LA, I got just a little bit healthier generally.
Oh, really?
And it like helped a lot. Like my diet got better, I guess. But I never nailed it down. I never figured out what did it.
Creams or
anything? I would use. I used so many creams and so many like medical grade fucking like burn your flesh off creams, and it would just get worse and worse and worse. And then for years and years, I had really bad hives. Do you ever have a hive problem?
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Oh my God, you're a hive girl.
I'm a hive girl.
You're the hive.
I'm the center hive. I'm the queen bee here. Wait, okay. When did your hive start?
My biggest hive issue, I remember it was 2 weeks before I turned 21. It was like the summer of whatever that year was, many moons ago. And I was drinking. I was drinking heavily with a friend, and all of a sudden, we were in a lake. All of a sudden, just
in the water.
In the water in Tennessee, like. Do you know when there are so many of them that they're like they're like not even separate anymore, just massive welts up and down my body. And I was in a bathing suit, and there were like a lot of hot people there, and I just stepped out of the water, and like my face and lips were swollen, and my body was just covered in hives. It was like truly the most heinous I've ever looked in my entire life.
That's a lot.
Really intense and really like formative. Like I remember it was like a guy I wanted to fuck was there, and I just came out of the water like a literal sea monster, like dripping wet, holding a PBR.
Like, there's actually a sea urchin coming out. She holding a PBR.
He might have been on the fence about fucking me, and then saying like, "Wow."
Oh my God.
It was so bad. And then for like months and months after that, every time that I would drink alcohol would break out in horrible hives. And you know me. Alcohol is a part of my life. Okay. I love to have a sip or two with my friends. And so I was devastated. I was going to the doctor, and they were giving me all these allergy tests. And I got back, I'm sure you did this too. I got back allergy tests, and they were like, "Hey, by the way, you're allergic to everything. You're allergic to yeast. You have a million outdoor allergies."
Did they do the pricky thing?
They did the pricky thing. Yeah. Everything bubbled up. I was just like, "Oh my God."
Oh fuck.
It was and so I changed my entire life. I stopped drinking for like a year. I was completely gluten-free, just didn't eat anything, whatever, and it didn't stop. It didn't get any better. I cut everything out of my diet for like a really long time, and it did not improve. And then one day I sat down, one of my buddies' dads was like a psychiatrist, and I was talking about it, and he was like, "You think maybe it could be like you might be doing it to yourself a little bit?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "It can happen." He was like, "It can be a symptom of like extreme stress or like anxiety." And I think what was happening is that I was getting so freaked out about it and so self-conscious about it that I was like giving myself kind of panic attacks, and then it would start up again.
Oh my God.
And then once I have no idea if that's true, but once he copped that or like told me that, completely went away and have not had it since, which is fucking crazy. I know.
That's crazy.
I think it was truly in my head, which makes me, I'm a huge hypochondriac. I have really bad OCD. So it was like the fact that I was like really manifesting
these hives.
I was like, I got so scared. I was like, I can do that to myself. I was like, what if I gave myself cancer? I'm like losing my mind.
God.
Truly. It like didn't help to know that. It was like, I'm glad they're gone, but ow.
But I feel like that's really, again, that's like a stress thing because your body's all fucked and you're like telling yourself all this shit. That's so fucked up.
Is it scary? And it's just like, I always knew whatever, like psychosomatic shit happens. People can give themselves symptoms and whatever. But I was like, to that degree, that I'm like itchy and like my whole body is inflamed.
Up, that's fucking
What's your
crazy.
hive stuff?
My hive stuff, I got, I was getting them a bit before, but then the vaccine.
That's right.
Vaccine triggered them. But they've been gone. But since the special's coming up, I've been getting hives again.
Where are they, and are they a lot? And is it bad?
They're not that bad, but they've been happening almost every day. And I'm like, we are not doing this. So I'm okay to. Oh my God, I thought we were getting them right now.
Oh my God, stop. Like, oh my God, we're just talking about them.
We look over, we're both swollen.
Both of our lips are.
We have to go to the fucking hospital right now. No,
okay, is it just the stress?
I think it's the stress.
And okay, I know you have the fit chosen. You wearing bodysuit.
I'm wearing
jumpsuit.
It's a jumpsuit, a homemade jumpsuit that they're making from an old suit.
Shut the fuck up. That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay.
It's very, yes.
Okay, so at the very least, if we get a hive on our legs day of, fuck it.
Well, I'm wearing
Who cares?
shorts.
Oh, hell yeah, you
I'm
are,
like,
Steph.
all I have is nice legs. We need the legs
Let's
to be
go.
out.
That
We're
makes me
putting the
so
legs,
happy.
But I'm doing fishnets.
Okay, cute.
So there's something.
Okay, there we
A
go.
little something in case there's a hive. We'll be slathering up. If I take an allergy pill in the morning, I'm fine.
I think you will be fine. And here's the thing. I don't think your body would allow that to happen to you. You know what I mean?
It might.
They know when... But
If you saw my body before the Bill Burr thing I did, the Friends Who Kill, I had welts on my leg from I got burnt by the sun. It was like a whole thing.
Wait, this was the first time I ever hung out with you. Do you remember this? It was during the Netflix festival.
Yes,
the first year.
Did I show them to you like a psychopath?
Yeah, you were
I
about
was
to
showing
do an
everybody?
outdoor show. You couldn't wear anything
yes.
but shorts.
Oh my God, yes,
And you
yes,
were
yes.
like, Laura, I gotta talk to you for a second. And I was like, you are covered in blisters, Steph. I was like, you don't have to do this set.
No, I don't know why I did that. That was so stupid. That was it. So I had all those, and then I had the fishnets, but then I had the Band-Aids underneath, and it was nice. It was very nice.
That's actually what you should do your special like that.
I remember it's literally,
Band-Aids.
I was literally sitting beside Bill, and he was like, "What the fuck are those?" I'm like, "I'm dying.
I'm dying. Thanks for having me.
No, but my manager was like, "Maybe you should get something weird before, because you perform very well when you're under stress." I'm like, "I don't want to.
Say
Don't
that
say
to
that."
me. She's like, so hopefully somebody
God.
dies. She's like, Jesus Christ. I need this
Well, everyone
from you.
thought something happened the other day because I had to postpone some shows in Halifax and Ottawa, and my agents for some reason had this wording, being like, due to personal circumstances, unforeseen. Everyone thought I was dying.
But people are gonna think
And I
you
was
got
like,
cancer.
it's just getting postponed. I was like, I'm simply so sorry.
I just had to do something else.
I had to do something else. Everyone was very upset with me, screaming at me. Also, if you are listening and you are,
Yelling at me for this.
please stop yelling at me. But here's the problem: Ticketmaster Canada fucked up and didn't email anybody that the show was postponed, and they showed up. They drove, and I'm like, everyone's coming.
People are coming from out of town.
Yep,
People are
people DMing me, calling me a stupid bitch. They're not my fans anymore. I cried for a whole day. I'm sorry. You will be getting an email from Ticketmaster apologizing, because I was like, are you crazy?
Also, Ticketmaster
Ticketmaster
has got to get their shit together.
This was crazy.
I did a show with at the store with Theo the other night, and there were people in the audience who had bought resold shit on Ticketmaster. They had paid $350 to be at that single show.
Oh my!
And they were
$350 a ticket?
They were a terrible crowd, and I was like, that's why. I was like, because they're sitting there being like, God damn it, I have to get my money's worth or whatever. Ticketmaster's fucking everybody over.
They apparently only sent an alert over the app at 6 p.m. night of the show. So people were like,
they're there. They've got their seats. They have a drink in front of them.
They literally. They would show up and the doors closed, says postponed.
Oh,
and I was like, of course you were getting mad at me. It fucking makes sense. It's psychotic.
And then you already are having to deal with the
I'm
fact
already
that people
stressed
being
out
pissed.
that they were getting postponed. It was a whole. Anyways, I'm sorry, Ottawa, and
unforeseen circumstances.
Is
does not
anybody
mean
going
that
to come
she's
back
dying.
and see me? Probably not.
Does anybody? Do I have any fans left in Canada? in my
I
home,
don't. Ottawa hates me now. Suck my ass.
my home country can't stand my ass anymore.
For fuck's sakes. Anyways,
okay,
here we
wait.
are.
I wanted to mention one other body thing
Please,
that I'm really
I want all
proud
the body
of.
things.
I took some notes. I wrote down some things.
I love the notes.
When I was young, I used to brush my teeth too hard. Did you ever do this?
No.
Like before because now you got a nice little like electric thing, whatever. But
Okay.
when I'm growing up, it's like
Bristles.
thick, but it's like made of horsehair or some shit.
There's a horse's tail. Just huffing it back. I wonder where the hives came from.
Only brushing my tongue. So I would brush my teeth too hard because I'm a little freak. Okay, I'm very obsessive. I'm very like nuts. I have a lot of weird body stuff. But I did it so hard that my gums on the bottom of my mouth started to recede really hard. And so I had all like as like a child. They were like, "You're 13." Like we see this in like 85-year-old smokers. They started to recede really hard, and they gave me two options. They said either we can dig up in the roof of your mouth, graft a bunch of skin from there, and put it here.
Make new stuff.
And I was like, would that area like regenerate? Would I just have like a hole in the roof of my mouth? And they're like, kind of. And I was like, what's the second?
There better be a second option
put me
here.
to death. I don't care. Please kill me. The second option was donor gum. I have a dead man's gums in my mouth.
Oh my God. And it looks like normal gums.
They're holding up pretty good.
So
Thanks,
they
buddy.
put them in.
They sewed them in. I had insane. This was a very formative time in my life.
How low are we talking? They must be that receding if you're getting.
If either these were evil dentists who just wanted me to pay $1 trillion, or they were like, this is unacceptable and will only get worse, and you're too young to have it this low. But I think they were really coming down. But I remember, and I can't get this information. They told me whose gums are in my mouth. They told me that information, and I want to know who he is.
Yeah, why didn't you save this?
I don't know. I want to know who he is.
I want to know. Okay, when they do that, he just died, and he donated his body to science. Is that
he
why?
He must have been a gum donor. I have no idea. But you're right. He had to be pretty newly dead, right?
Yeah,
we're not getting gums off like a sarcophagus.
Cadaver over here. He must that's what freaks me out. So he just dies. The family's like, we want a minute and say, sorry, someone brushed her teeth too hard in Tennessee. We got to get some fucking fresh gums over there.
This little freaky, crazy girl from Tennessee brushed her teeth too hard at nighttime.
At least, but you have very white teeth for a smoker.
I don't know what happened.
I would never guess you're a smoker because your teeth are very, very white.
I talked to
and most smokers are.
I know, and fucked. And I've been smoking, more than half my life at this point. Started when I was 15. So it's been, it's been more than half.
You're getting more gum soon.
I need to.
Anybody planning on dying soon, leave me a couple more sets of gums.
Also, it's like you donate your body to science and you're like, wow, this is going to be like a really noble thing. They're going to use my kidneys or something. And it's just a guy.
Just his gums? What if it was just the guy's gums? I feel like bad for him too.
He had the most beautiful gums you've ever seen.
His family goes to see him. His teeth are just hanging out for
gum model. Or he's one of those people that has like way too much. You know people make those memes about like really Christian women always have like way too much gum. Have you heard that before?
There's a comedian. I'll say his name after, but he's all gum.
Oh, and it's a tough look.
It's a bad look.
Because what can you do? That's like some serious like reconstructive.
I would have to learn to smile a little different. Just a little tooth. Oh,
but it's still this much. It's like so much space up here. But yeah, so I have this dead man's.
So how long would that take to go? So when in there, it looks like your gums though. It doesn't look like
it's fully formed.
How much of the gum they put in there?
I mean, it was like at least over the top of like these 6 kind of front teeth, and they it was like they were like sewed in. I had to like remove stitches from it. Yeah, and my gums just like.
Do they compare your gums with his gums?
I don't know. He has A gums. I have B. We're incompatible.
They just rot off. Oh God!
My whole gums come off. She was A negative.
Oh God!
Is that fucking crazy?
That's crazy. Wow.
But to this day, I'm like, every time I look at him, I'm like, thanks, dude. I'm certainly not taking care of myself, but I appreciate his service.
Bottom, because no one's seen.
Oh my God! Oh, that's
I would
like
never know.
Exactly. My bottom teeth are really crooked, and I thought about getting them fixed, and I was like, no one's ever told me that. No one's ever been like, oh, your bottom teeth are fucked up. I'm like, I don't care.
Also, what are you gonna do? I've been using Invisalign.
Do you like it?
Well, I was Smile Direct, and they got canceled. And
oh my God! I have. Oh my God!
They just got. They're done, and I'm like, I need more.
I know.
What do I do now?
Does it work for you, the Smile Direct?
I'm not gonna lie, it is.
You're aligned.
I'm almost. My teeth were like my 2 front teeth.
For real? I never noticed that about you. How long ago?
I've been doing it for almost 2 years.
That's incredible.
They literally because now I need to get it. I got a little chip.
Oh, you're gonna shave. You're gonna shave it.
You see that chip? A little chippy. And I want to get for the special. I want to get the chip down.
You're getting chip down before special.
I'm trying. So I'm trying to get these right to as close. I don't know if I can go in yet and get it
and do it because they just do a little.
But they told me they have to be in line. They're not yet.
Oh, so before they can shave.
Yeah.
Dude, so I went to a buddy of mine, actually a weird amount of friends of mine worked at Smile Direct in Nashville.
Oh, really?
They all just had like like call center jobs at Smile Direct. So I had like one friend there and she was like, oh, I can get it to you for really cheap. I got it for like
was cheap.
I know. Compared to Invisalign, it was like it was definitely like the B version.
They went under. It was like $5 for a whole
bottom shelf Walgreens
well, you
brand.
Also sent it in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like,
which is
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm molding my own teeth.
Fucking dentist.
What the hell?
And I mean, the signs were there. They were certainly there.
No wonder.
But I went for the first time there. She gave it to me for like $350, like the entire thing. And I went in, and I was like, I went in for the first time, and I was like, hey, this hurts. I was like, something's weird. And I know it's not supposed to be fully comfortable, but they were like, yeah, that's normal. And I got online and looked at one person being like, I have nerve damage. And I was like, I'm going to throw these away. I just didn't do it. Nerve damage. I just didn't do it.
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes they hurt so bad that when I take it off, it bleeds in the morning.
Okay, Steph.
It's bad. No, it's not. It's really bad.
And the fact that they're like not a company.
And the problem is too, because I got a crown on, and they don't fit the crown. So now I'm like, I'm like hammering these fucking things on. Every time I put a new one on, I'm in the bathroom crying. I'm like,
I love being beautiful.
Can you imagine all this shit we have to do? And then I see these male comics who are absolute slobs online. No one says a peep about their appearance.
Look like dog shit. And you know what? You want to know the worst part? I find a lot of them attractive.
Ew.
I know. I'd never do anything about it. But I see these people and I'm like, you don't look like a piece of, you do nothing for yourself and you don't look like a piece of shit. Why do I have to be spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month?
I got laser recently to my rosacea.
Oh my God. Yeah, that shit.
It hurt.
Dude,
God, it hurt.
One time I have, you know what Milia is? You know,
No.
it's like I can find you one. It's like these little, you see this little white guy right here?
Yeah.
It's like it looks like a whitehead, is not. It's like a very like hard filament thing.
Oh,
like
you can't pop
keratin
it?
that you can't, that it's like, I mean, sometimes I try and I'll fuck my whole face up. But they do, it's like a thick layer of skin over like a little like doink. Like it's like hard. Oh. And imagine how satisfying if you really get after one of those. I do it all the time.
So what do you really can't see unless you showed me.
I know, because it's like, it is kind of the color of my flesh.
Yeah.
But I think ideally you would go to a dermatologist. They would like needle it and just kind of like get it out. But sometimes if you mess long enough in the mirror, here's the thing: I'll try one day and I'll be like, never mind, and then I'll wake up the next day and it's a little like squishier, and I'm like, let's get after it. And all of the scarring I have on my face is from me being like, let's get it, because you know when it's not a zit, it's like a thing. It's a reward in and of itself.
It is. So have you gotten it out before?
Oh, I've gotten so many of them out.
And when you take it out, is it like hard?
It's a hard little guy, and I. That's my little friend.
Saving it for later. That's sick. I love it. Oh my God. That's crazy. Do you have more of those?
They're everywhere, and they come. Here's what happens: if I go through a period where I'm not washing my face enough at night, because I will occasionally go to sleep with makeup on, and it's terrible for me. It's.
I'm tired.
I'm so sleepy. I'm coming home from spots at like 12:45. I'm like,
I'm exhausted. I'm
gonna do a 7-step skincare routine. Of course, what pisses me off, this is the same thing. I know you know this, with exercise, with like eating right, with not drinking, whatever. I'm so pissed that it works. Every time I'm like so pissed.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, my face is clean.
I'm not like, every time I stop drinking, I'm like, oh, I'm not depressed. I just convince myself I am all the time because I'm a drug. Yeah. It's very annoying. It's same shit with washing your face. It's like, I'll do it for 2 weeks and I'll be like, well, you look beautiful. You look stunning. You're a radiant angel, you bitch.
I do a new thing now, which is so twisted that the second I come home from shows, I put my Invisalign in so I won't eat.
Wow. We're doing the gymnastics.
I'm crazy. The whole drive home, I I have to not even walk in the kitchen. I have to walk right in. I have to go brush my teeth and then pop them in. Because if I wake up, today I was up at 7 a.m. because I knew my overnight oats were ready and I knew I got to eat. I'm getting up. I wake up, my stomach's like, I'm sprinting. I'm not having coffee. I'm hovering over my fucking sink, eating my oats. I'm not even fucking, I have no pants on. I'm fucking clit out.
I'm taking my morning piss.
She's looking at me like,
I'm on the toilet.
I'm shitting. And fuck, it's sick.
What goes out comes in, but we're doing negative balance.
I don't know how people live like this their whole life.
So this was,
I know
exactly.
I can't do this.
So I never did I feel I successfully avoided like true and total eating disorders, which is good, which is like very few women do. It's hard, you know.
I don't know. It's hard.
It is hard. When I started to get fit, and I think this is what happens. Like during the pandemic, I didn't smoke or drink for a year.
Oh,
I started running constantly. I was running like every day.
Jesus.
Got in the best shape of my life. Looked beautiful. Do I look at pictures of myself from that time every day? Yes. Yes, I do.
But don't you remember like how mentally you look great also? So stop. Your husband loves you. Who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I always think that, but I'm also like, you look great. Like you're not some fucking, you know what I mean? But
twerp.
It's because we get told online that we're fat every day.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
Were you happy doing all that?
So I was, but then what happened? I was very happy doing all that. My mental health was like incredible, and I was like, holy shit! Like we're really taking care of us. I wasn't like restricting what I eat. I was just like working out a lot and eating good food. And then comedy comes back, and I went to when the pandemic hit. I had moved here like 2 months before that. So when the pandemic was over, I was like, I still don't have any like comedy friends. I have not established myself in any way in this scene. Terrifying. And so I was like going back to mics. I was like going to the fucking improv mic, and
the Sunday mic. Did that for years.
So much of that.
So bad.
And the first time I did it, I walked in. I was like, I'm buying a fucking pack of cigarettes, and I'm gonna have 7 drinks.
Yeah.
And it was like for the rest of the since that time, since 2021, those two sides of me have just been at war inside of my body and mind, and that's when it gets unhealthy. That's when I go like, well, if I have like a cocktail or two, I probably won't be hungry later on, so I'm just gonna do that. And I'll do the gymnastics of being like, yeah, we could like skip a meal. And it's like I never did that, but especially leading up to the wedding, leading up to something big, I'm like, I know how to do it. I know how to at least reduce the look of how fat I am. I'm like, I'm aware of it.
I know.
And it doesn't feel bad. I'm like, I'm in my 30s. I can skip a meal every now and then, okay? Yes. I'm not gonna go to the hospital.
No. Because I've been doing the MyFitnessPal, so I plug something in. And now when I plug in a drink, I go, okay, if we're having a dirty martini,
we're not
having
having supper. And are we going to embarrass ourselves? Probably.
And I'm like, but now now that I crave food so much, I'm like, I don't want to drink because I want that food.
Yeah, I'm not going to replace that.
Fucking chicken than have a fucking tequila soda.
I like that, and I wish I was there.
Am I walking off stage and eating a full pizza to myself and 5 pints? Yeah.
Oh,
and
honey.
a martini? Yeah. And a margarita? Yes, I am. And a warm chocolate chip cookie? Yes, I am. I sniffed my boyfriend's cookie the other day. I was so hungry and he was eating one. I'm like, can I just? And I just went.
You sniff it and then just eat a piece of broccoli.
I pretend that I was
sniff it and then
tasting it.
quickly put a piece of vegetables in
Sick.
it. It is sick. But when I tell you, I mean,
I tell you that I look at myself when I come out of the shower now, I haven't done that in years. I usually run by screaming with my eyes closed.
Oh my God.
I can watch myself fuck him now. I'm like, I'm like, it's the first time in my life I haven't been this thin since I was in 8th grade.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
And it is the feel. I thought Carson, my husband said this really well one time. He was talking about like that feeling when you're working out a lot. And he's like, yeah, looked in the mirror, kind of turning myself on. And it's like, that's correct. I like make myself horny, which is cool.
Like, oh yeah.
And then I'm like, I can bear to take in my whole form all the time. I've never been like that in my life. And in the past like 3 years since I lost like a fair amount of weight, I was like, yeah, we're doing this. I'm getting on top.
I was like planking during sex the other day. I was like, I feel strong. You're gonna fuck me forever. It's like flexing. I'm like, this is sick.
Steph keeps asking for the plank.
Yeah, I was like, it's a new move.
Give me the plank. She
She's
says,
fucking doing shoulder presses when fucking.
He's like, how is this getting you off?
Bring the mirror in here, or I can't come.
He's just rock hard.
I'm watching myself. Sick.
I love it. But I will tell you, I was experiencing the exact same thing. And the day after that wedding, I mean, the week after that wedding, really until now, it's been about a week. I ate so freely and so just like deliciously. So nice. And I woke up, I was like, I could work out or I could not. I'm just gonna relax.
It's nice.
And that's a reward in and of itself. It's gonna feel really good. You're gonna kill and then you're gonna get off stage and eat your little heart out and have some drinks with your buddies.
Piggy heart out. I can't.
Proud of you.
Wait. Any other bod things? Any like surgeries or
no shit? What was your
the worst body thing you've ever heard?
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, it's not even that. I don't think it's unique or creative at all. But I kept coming back to, I was trying to think of like really, really the grossest ones. And it's like, you've heard the stories. There are terrifying things that happen.
Yeah.
The grossest thing that I think happens all of the time, if porn is to be believed, is prolapsing your anus.
Did you see that one? There was an image that went out,
Yep.
the person who was like weightlifting and that came out of that photo is bad. I got into anal porn for a bit there.
I'm not opposed. I don't want to see inside of it. That's my only thing.
Why? Here's the thing. Keep it closed.
Keep it closed. I love it. I love it when it's closed.
I love it when I'll tell you right now. I love it closed.
I love a closed anus.
I love it. Why when they have to go look at it open? I'm not a doctor. I don't need to see inside there.
She has a hemorrhoid.
Keep it tight. Put it in. Keep it in.
And I don't know.
Why is it open?
I don't know why any man wants to see. What are you, a fucking proctologist?
I don't
why do you want to see?
But it's like every
single one.
anal.
And you don't know when it's going to happen.
Do you watch the Tushy anal?
Yes, of course. It's one of my favorite websites. One of my favorite websites. Okay.
It is a good website. It's a good website.
There's always a lot of good threesomes going on. It's fun.
Oh,
very
and
fun.
They're clean. The guys aren't disgusting blogs.
Yeah.
The anal guys, I feel like, are better looking than. Why are they so fit?
That's so interesting.
I never really thought of that.
You never see like an apron belly on a.
No. Oh God! I mistakenly saw a casting couch the other day, and I was yacked.
They are gross, dude.
They're disgusting.
And sometimes I'm like, okay, if the hog is like off the charts, then I guess he could be like chubby.
No,
but half the time that's not even the case.
No,
it's just like
it's a
little nub of a dick.
I don't even think it can. I feel like if you're good, it's like the women are fit.
Yeah.
The women are fucking jacked.
They're perfect, and their bodies look insane.
They look insane.
Not a shred of hair on any of them.
Not a hair, not a fucking.
Why are we letting these men get away with them?
It's disgusting. But the opening, so I think one time also I saw a bit of a because when you get on the anal looking, you see some prolapsing stuff, and you don't want to. So what was the first prolapse?
Well, the first prolapse. Such a funny question.
Disgusting. What was the first prolapse you saw?
Laura, I know you've been asked this a lot.
Look, I'm like every other podcast. I ask the same question.
I'm on Jimmy Fallon.
He's like, so it says here in the notes, you want me to ask your first prolapse?
I thought you might ask this, Jimmy.
You have a full story ready to go?
It was when I was like, do you remember that ilk of like early internet shit, like Lemon Party,
Yes,
and all that
okay,
shit that we
yes.
kind of grew up with, that were just like either really disturbing images. I mean, it's two girls, one cup
Yes,
core, like
yes.
like early internet, like viral stuff. I remember that there was a photo being passed around of that before I even would have known why or how that could have happened.
Yes.
And had no idea for the context, but I was like, that butt is out.
I don't get where it's coming from.
Okay. If I've seen inside,
Yeah,
there's not
where's
just
the-
a bunch of like extra.
That's the thing. When you see the inside, you go,
It's tight in
"Wait,
there."
It is tight in there. So what is that? What is that, and where is it coming from, and why is it so much?
It's a lot. It's like inches.
It's inches.
It,
It's so
and
far
it
out.
looks so painful.
And then how do you get it?
And then what?
What,
do you have to
you
get like
suck it back in?
surgery? Yeah. Do you
You
just
mu-
you do a kegel like goes right back up?
There's I don't know why I made that sound effect so gross. There has to be something because it doesn't make sense.
No, and it feels like you would have to get. By the way, it looks to me, it feels like you would have to get that surgically removed. But I guess that's probably not true. I guess here's what I think. I guess it's
They
probably
just
just
tuck it back in like a
you-
sleeve,
like rolling a sock into
Yeah,
itself.
roll it back
I
up.
gotta do my laundry.
Has anyone seen my other sock? Oh, it's in my ass.
It's in my whole ass.
It's in my full ass. Ew.
Isn't that fucked
God.
up? Because I think about other things. I think about like body horror stuff. I'm like a really big I really like horror movies. I was like trying to think about like
like
the
horror
gross.
movies?
I love horror movies.
Do you?
I'm like, I just watched a great one last night. Oddity,
one?
fabulous. It was Irish. It was so fucking scary, dude.
No, I
Like
can't.
jump scares that I haven't felt in years. I screamed in my apartment.
Do you watch
Really
it
good.
alone? No.
No,
Okay.
I will, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna fucking die. I like watching it with cars.
Okay, yeah.
But okay, so I was thinking about all of the things, all of like the disgusting things, the things that make me like, you know, when you're
Yeah.
Somebody described getting and this again is also very common, but somebody described getting catheterized to me the other day, and like it makes me like. Something happens like right in
Yes.
the pit of my stomach where I'm like I feel like I have a male dick hole when I hear those stories. I'm like,
I always think about like when anyone talks about the cat. That's the one thing I'm like, and they're like, oh, we're awake. No. I must be asleep. There's no way I'm gonna go.
interesting.
But no, I don't care if I don't care if I can't feel it. My eyeballs need to be shut and I need to be out cold.
That's exactly right. They say because they always say they're like, oh, they anesthetize you. I'm like,
No.
but I'm looking at it.
No, I'm not looking at it.
But
and then waking up and having the feeling in there, it's like, have you ever like had like a piece of toilet paper kind of in your clit and you're like, and you saw you're like, that hurts. And I'm like, I'm not like, or if you fuck a lot,
Yeah.
and the friction, and
Yes.
your clit's like, and it's like so painful. I'm like,
that feeling is
that
enough
feeling?
for me. Getting, I don't know how long it is.
I don't know how long it is. I don't know where it's going.
I don't know how many
and
inches
I
it
think,
is.
I
And I don't know how that works. I
no.
don't know how it's
I don't like it, and I'm sorry anyone who's ever gone through it. It's the one thing where I'm
too.
like, oof.
Me too. A buddy described his kidney stones to me the other day. He was a comic. I won't say who, and he was like, they had to just go up there. He was like, he was up there for like an hour, and he's just like awake.
No.
Looking at it.
Anytime you're putting something in, like an IV, I can't
See,
be.
oh my god, in a movie when they'll rip their IV out, does that not?
I don't know how. Why are they always ripping them out? In
I don't know.
movies?
Yeah, that
I'm sitting there like this. My hand doesn't move. I literally, I should. That's what I
such a
should
good
lose weight.
point.
I don't move. I've had
That's
IV
so-
before. I 2 days. The nurse comes in. She's like, "You move your hand." I go, "No, I can't."
such
It's
a-
like ice cold. She's like, "No, you have
You
to move
have
it."
to move it.
I'm
Your
I go
hand's
to the
gonna
bathroom
fall
like
off.
this. I'm like terrified. I'm like, it's so creepy. There's
That's
oof.
why does that? Why is that? It's always a person being like, I gotta get out of here. Just
Yeah,
ripping
why,
them
are
off.
they
I was like, why
always
does that happen in
sprinting
movies?
out? Take it with you. What's going on? Ask
your
someone to get it
thing.
out of there. Oh,
Tell the nurse
God.
you have to go.
You simply must
and
leave.
it's always like this. It's always like ripping in
Why?
the wrong direction.
way? Ooh, I can't believe you love horror
Yeah, it's that
movies.
kind of stuff. It's
Are
that
you-
kind of like really common stuff that freaks me out.
Yeah.
Actually, like
'Cause it's
prolapsing
stuff that-
anuses.
I bet you that is quite common though.
I know. I think it is.
I think it's what is it working out? It's gotta be working out.
I think working out
weightlifters.
and like really intense sex, but like yeah, when you're like when you have that much pressure, if you're like lifting hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
I'm good with lifting a solid 15 pound weight. I don't know what
Mama
people are-
loves the 15.
I was thinking of getting 20s. I'm like, we got 15s. I used my boyfriend's 40 today to do a squat, and I'm like,
Ow.
hold my calf. I don't
Exactly.
like this.
It's
Makes
not
no
worth
sense.
it. It's not worth it. I
be
live
jacked.
I
Just
live in a
wanna be
I know. I don't want to I don't
Svelte.
svelte is the
Svelte is-
word.
svelte's
That's good.
nice.
You look fucking
I'm
svelte.
feeling like I'm
You
getting
do.
svelte.
You do.
We were talking earlier, Caitlin Palufo, shout out, because I have the
Love
same trainer is her, and Caitlin's jacked.
I'm like, she has like the fucking.
She has the cum gutters.
She has cum gutters. And
I literally, I don't even, she doesn't know this, it's creepy, but like her photos, I'm like, that's what I want. And Jordan Jensen.
Yeah.
I literally sent the photos of them to Sydney, the trainer, and I'm like, I want this body.
I know. And Jordan and I are very old friends, and we've known each other for a really long time. And she was like, I texted her the other day, because first of all, she just both of them do, but she's just fucking glowing.
Yes.
Like her skin looks so good. Her hair looks so healthy.
Yes, it does.
And I messaged her and I was like, you look so fucking hot. And she was like, I'm not losing the weight I want to wait. I was like, no. I was like,
you don't realize.
For me, because I'm shallow, I'm like, the entire point is looking like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not like, oh, I'm like mastering some like massive thing in my own mind. It's like, no, you look really fuckable and good.
Yeah. The thing is too, they both don't drink, right?
No, they're both sober. That's the ticket.
I hate to say it.
I know. You've been off the sauce for a while since you've been training, right?
No, but I slipped in a couple. I need it. I'm sorry, I simply must.
I know.
There's some times where I simply must have a couple drinks.
It is the biggest crux of my life. It is my biggest vice, and I'm like, I go like this, and I'll be better about it and worse about it. But truly hard for me to imagine never having it in my life. I get so stressed, and I'm like, I
love a glass of wine.
I know. And also, it's like, I mean, I've talked to so many people about this, but I'm like, when you are like, hey, I want to cut back on drinking, but you are the least problematic drinker in the world, here's what I do. I go, I love you. God, I love you. I'm so happy to spend time with you. I only get sweet. I just hug people.
We talked about this. We're both like, don't you sometimes wish you were bad drunk?
I need someone to be like, you were fucking out of control. Never. I need somebody, and it's never happened to me in my entire life.
You know what? That's a problem.
It is. I wish I was. I wish I cried or something.
Or I wish I was like violent. Something that's something you have to stop. I'm more fun. Frankly, I'm a fucking blast when I'm drunk. People are like, "Whoa, Steph's on one. I'm having a hoot."
We're the belle of the goddamn ball.
We really are.
Everybody wants to get a little time with you.
With us,
You're ribbing everybody. You're flirting with them. You're making them laugh. We're the best at this. I'm the best at this.
And I also feel like I have more fun on stage.
I know.
Couple sips in.
See, but that's also the thing.
It's
no, it's not. It's I need someone to tell me. I also, if I ever like went on stage fucked up, I feel like people would be like, "Hey, that's bad," but I never do that. I know exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
I have one.
One I can do. Max I can do is 3.
Yeah,
but I'm pushing it.
Well, it depends on the spot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
it's a
like
15-minute spot, I can do 3.
Yeah.
If I'm doing an hour on 3,
that's a little tough. That's a little tough.
15, I can get through it. And
yeah.
Make it
And what are you drinking? You having wine? You having a tequila soda? Okay, yeah. I'm a gin and soda person. But it's the difference between now. I work mostly at the Comedy Store now, and a gin and soda at the Comedy Store is not a gin and soda anywhere else.
Gin and soda at the Comedy Store is gin and no soda.
I'm like, I love these people. They give me free drinks every night, but I'm like, I'm gonna die.
I'll have one drink and go, well, I have to wait 2 hours so I can drive now. I'm like, this is actually crazy. I literally have I'm like Jefferson Drive. I'm like, this is
it's really messed up. It's really messed up. But I'll do like maybe one of those or 1.5 and get on stage. But then again, it's like if it's like a really late night spot and it's like fun in there, you're like,
if it's a late night, how are you?
Yeah, we're rapping. And then it ends up being the most fun you ever have.
Yeah, and I'm like, is that the funniest I've ever had in my entire life?
Dude, because here's the thing. My favorite thing about doing stand-up, tell me if you relate to this, is that it lives and dies in the moment. I love not being recorded. I love going up in there and looking like a fucking goblin and not caring what I look like and not trying to be hot on stage and not caring what my voice sounds like. That's when I'm funniest, is when I'm never going to see this again.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's the beauty of it to me. So then when you start to get a little more successful and like everything you do is recorded, I'm like, I feel like my comedy's getting worse because I care more about how I look. And that makes me mad.
I don't care about how I look on stage, clearly because I'm a fucking ghoul up there. But I feel like the idea of knowing we're being recorded gets in my head, or like knowing I have to get clips. I'm like I'll do a long set. Like, I gotta do at least 15 minutes of crowd work, or I'm not gonna get a clip. And I'm like, this is crazy.
It is impacting the way. Yeah,
it is impacting, and it sucks.
Yeah,
and people are like getting mad at crowd work clips. And I'm like, we don't want to do this.
No.
Sorry.
It's not my choice. I literally, it is the choice between that and burning every single piece of material that you have before people come and see you live. We've been backed into a corner here.
We have backed into a corner.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's not fair.
I love it. We're getting to the end here, and it sucks because it's a blast.
I know. It's very fun.
I'm like, we have best friends now. The funniest way you can die, personally.
I thought really hard about this, Steph. I thought really hard about this. I think the funniest way that I could die is of natural causes.
Just straight up.
Like in bed as an old woman surrounded by my family. I think for me personally, that's the funniest way I could ever die because I'm doing everything wrong. Yeah. I'm like, if cigarettes and alcohol and no sleep don't get me and I'm allowed to just die like Goodbye. That would be so
everybody.
funny.
Kissing Carson.
Kissing Carson
love
on the
you.
lips. We die at the exact same time, like Titanic. We're holding hands. The water's rushing in under our beds.
Oh, that's such a sweet way to go.
I know it would be, but to me it'd be like, damn, we did it against all odds. We're dying like a dignified woman.
Isn't that nice? I feel like that can happen.
I think so. It might happen in like 2 years, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Well, where can everyone find you for crying out loud?
Find me on Instagram at Laura Peek Comedy. That's Peek. And you'll find everything else from there. Tickets, tour dates, all that stuff. I'm on tour all fall and winter.
There we go.
Yeah, would love to see you. This was so much fun.
This is so much fun. Go follow her. Thank you so much for coming on here. Very fun. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.